I'm Tammy, and welcome to Faithfully Tammy. Today, we're going to briefly talk about those of us who are stuck in cycles of sin, who desperately want to get out but have no idea how they're going to do it. Sin is always a choice. Everybody deals with it. Some of us have vices that are worse than others, but they're all sin. If you have addictions of any kind or any idols or anything like that, and you feel like you just cannot survive without them, those are bondages, things that are keeping you a slave. And even though your flesh may enjoy them, you really aren't having that much fun, because when you go to bed at night, that's when the enemy comes to assault you in your heart and mind about all the things that you've done against the Lord, because he is an accuser. He's going to blame you all night long. So one of the things that I had to do when I was stuck in cycles of sin is, even through grit teeth, like I clenched my cheeks together so hard, baby, it hurt. I was like, Lord, if I'm wrong, deliver me. What I didn't realize is, as soon as I prayed that, and it was a short prayer, because at one point in time I was really loving sin because it was fun, right? And I knew that when I walked away from it, I would have to really walk a real life with the Lord, and that was not going to be an easy thing for me to do because I'm hard-headed. But when I prayed that, I cannot begin to tell you how the Lord began to sweep in and start cleaning stuff up. Things that I did not feel was problematic before became problematic. And I would have to wake up and ignore them in order to continue in sin, right? Because at that point, it became two different identities, and I was confused in my spirit. And so once I started praying, the Lord started helping me to recognize the places that were separated from him. And I never stopped loving the Lord. I just didn't regard him. And that's what it was. Like, I had idols, and those idols were more important to me than the Lord was at that time. My flesh was really enjoying herself, but my spirit was weak, and it was horrible. I don't even know how to tell you. Like, the sleepless nights, I even had issues with, like, seeing things in the middle of the night, visiting hell, all kinds of things like that. But it was disguised as a psych ward for me. But that's exactly what was happening in my spirit. That I was losing my mind because I was trying to live two different worlds, and you cannot. The Bible says you got to choose who you're going to serve. You're going to hate one and love the other. And I really believe that I didn't hate the Lord. Well, I felt like I didn't hate the Lord, but I was an enemy of God because I continued to sin. So the first thing that you have to do is pray. The second thing that you have to do is you have to yield to God. Like, when he starts to show you things, pray about the things that you see. If it's like, dang, why do I act like that? Like, why do this make me be like that? It's because the Lord is bringing it up to you. Pray about it, right? Because he's trying to get you an exodus. He's trying to get you a strategy to get you out. He's in war for you at that moment, right? It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't look like it. But if you're bothered, you're at war. Okay? So you have to pray for it. Just be like, Lord, I know I'm in war with my spirit. Lord, help me. And his ministering angels will come and help you every step of the way. Eventually, what happens with cycles of sin is, as you consecrate yourself to the Lord, as you fast and pray, even if you don't feel like fasting, let me tell you, don't look at everybody else when it comes to fasting. You do it the way that you can until you can do it longer, right? For me, I would only be able to do like half the day, and I didn't know what I was doing, but I was trying. And the Lord, he accepted that because he knew how much my flesh was fighting, right? So he understands what we go through. He takes a little and makes it a lot, really. And so he, one day, when it was time for me to exit out of all of it, and I was ready to really commit to the Lord, what I thought that I could never give up, I gave up all of it in one night. It was so crazy, because I remember when I had clenched my teeth and was like, I will never give it up. But God, if it's wrong, the only person that's going to get me out of this is you. And baby, he got me out like he never got me out before. I woke up and I decided one day, I'm going to change my life. And I got rid of everything. And the only person that could have ever performed that kind of miracle is God. Crazy thing is, I live in the lower level of a home. And there is like only one window, right? When I woke up the day that I made changes and all of those things, I woke up to the smell of fresh bread. It was super early in the morning. Nobody was cooking. And I was like, what is that smell? It smelled so warm and so fresh and so good. I don't think I'll ever forget that. But it was the Lord letting me know this is something new. We've started over. And so if you're in a cycle of sin and you think you can't get out, your God is bigger than your sin. And you might not think so, but I promise you, baby, He will get you out if you truly desire it. Even if you don't, pray it anyway and let the Lord fix your heart. So we're going to pray, we're going to yield, and we wait to be set free. All right, guys, I love you. Hopefully that helped. You all be blessed.